good morning, good afternoon, good evening for wherever you are coming from. Great.
So, Dr. Kim, you just went quiet, at least to me. Is everybody else hearing Dr. Kim? Nope, you just dropped out sound-wise.
Oh, that's strange.
Nope,
Okay, because I
you're
got my
back.
original sound on, but I'll try. Yeah. All right. Moving up, moving up. All right. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, everybody, for Daily Antidote of Song. Today is April the 29th, but I guess it might depend on where you're coming from. It might be a different day if you're across the international date line. So, hey, So just great to see you all. And I'm Dr. Kim Harris. I am so lucky to be the host today. And let's see. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. So, we have Trish from Victoria. Hi. Arlene from Berkeley. Hoda from the BC, Kathy, Colorado, Liz, Dorchester, Kevin in DC, Sue, you must be in Seattle perhaps, and yes, and Linda on Orcas Island. Let's see, I'm gonna make my thing bigger so I can see everybody where they're from. Sheila in North Florida, Benet in Berkeley, and Caroline in DC. Hello, and Luda in Victoria, BC. And Marcia from Huntsville. Must be Huntsville, Ontario. Could be, yeah. And Athena in Brooklyn, and Susan in Cincinnati, and in California. And Tom, how are you? Loving that instrument, Tom. And Kathleen in Albuquerque. And let's see. And Cricket. Hi, Cricket in Maryland. And Ruth in the UK. I have to find out what time it is in the UK because, of course, our wonderful song leader today is also in the UK. It's 5 o'clock, hopefully not AM. 5 o'clock PM, is that yes? And yeah. And Deli, good to see you. James, hi, great to see you again. And Louise and Devin in UK, and Caroline and Boise, and it's day 1485. Thank you, Carolyn. 1485. Wow. And Laris in the UK. And let's see. Happy birthday to Annette. Yes, indeed. And Anne in Nashville. Hi. And Kate in Charlottesville. Linda in Concord, Mass. And Julie in Ontario. Anne in Silver Spring. Aloysius in Massachusetts. Kat in Vermont. And hi, Becky and Curly Tops and Kay at O'Hare Airport. Oh my goodness. Okay. And Bob and Kevin and Storm in the Zoomiverse. Zoomiverse. I think I need more coffee for that. All right. And Nancy in Washington State. And Margie in Phillips, New Hampshire. Jane in Texas. Hello, hello, hello. And Bronwyn in Victoria. Victoria, BC. And Linda in Massachusetts. And LMG in Connecticut. And Cliff in Vermont. And Ray, yes, Joe's mom. Hi, Ray, in New Jersey. And let's see, moving along here. And Sarah, good morning. And let's see, Anna in Cambridge, Sandy in Western North Carolina, Elizabeth in California. Good morning. Yeah, I'm waking up too. And Ruth. And so great to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here for the Daily Antidote of Song. And I am particularly excited this morning. And let's see, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Wave with me if you're hearing me. Okay. Because yes, stuff happens. And when I say stuff, you know what I mean. So that's right. But this is a family show. So Liz, we have a great performer today. Liz, and I'm not sure I know how to say your last name. I should have asked you that before.
Uh,
So,
That's okay, Dr. Kim. I get that a lot. So my last name is pronounced Ikamba.
Ikamba.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So Liz Ikamba from near Brighton in the UK. And so it must be, so it's 5 o'clock for you there too. Is that true?
Yeah, just after 5. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, so glad that you are with us today. And what do you have for us today? I'm like so excited. So,
Ah. So I'm particularly excited to share this song with you today. I'm working on it with an orchestra that I'm working with at the moment. It's called So Far, and it's basically about feeling so far from home. So my background is that I'm a dual heritage, mixed heritage, half Congolese from the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, half British. So I was born there, grown up in the UK. So in a lot of my music has this theme of kind of belonging and identity and home and finding home. So that's the song that we're going to be singing today is called So Far. You should hopefully have the lyrics coming up or they're already in the chat. So you'll see where it says backing vocals. That's going to be you guys. And obviously you can join in with whatever other parts you like. There's going to be a couple of... Shall I just go into the song, Dr. Kim, or...
well, if yeah, why don't you go into the song because we're going to get to hear it again later, so I can ask you some questions about it, whatnot. So just go on into the
Yeah.
song. Get it going.
Okay, let's learn the backing vocals to begin with. So I'm just going to play, I've got my loop pedal here, which basically is just recording my voice over. So hopefully you can follow the loop for your backing vocals. So you should hear now a track coming in with a ooh backing vocal. Can I get some thumbs up if you're hearing that? Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be you. And we're in C sharp. And the idea is like it's the swaying of the sea. Yeah, so this is like going on a journey, traveling far across the sea, trying to find home. And we've got a second harmony that's going to come in, which I'm going to show you now. It goes like this. So you can choose either of those. Yeah. Second part, I'm going to add a little bit of percussion here with my voice, so give me a second. Okay, second backing vocal. I'm going to turn off the first one. Actually, I'll keep it on for reference of pitch. Okay, so you'll see further down it says backing vocal 2, so far, so far. Yeah? Again, it's 2 harmonies for this part as well. So first harmony. So far, so far. So far. Can you try that with me? So far. Yeah. So far, so far. So far, so far. Second harmony, backing vocal 2. So far, so far. So far, so far. Okay, let's go back to backing vocal 1. Second harmony. Second backing vocal. So far, so far. Let's hear the second backing vocal on its own. the gaps. So far, so far. So far, so far. Yeah. So far, so far. All right, so those are the parts, people. It looks like people have got that. You look pretty comfy with those, yeah? So, if you're ready, I'll just go into the song then, Dr. Kim, if you're happy with that, yeah? Okay, so we start off with...
Absolutely. I see people swaying and whatnot. So, get yourself moving, make sure this is just really lovely. So, yes, please go on into it.
Wonderful. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to start with that lovely C sway. Ooh, here we go. And 2, 3, and ooh, 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 make my way alone on this road, and sometimes I feel so far from home, when all I yearn for is something I know. Why do I feel so far from home? So far from home. Make my way alone on this road, and sometimes I feel so far from home, and when all I yearn for is something I know. Why do I feel so far from home? So far to go, so far to go. Why do I feel so far from home? So far to go, so far to go. Ready? Backing vocal 2. So far, so far. So far, so far. So far, so far. So far, so far. Back to 1. I ask the Lord my soul to keep in these times of great uncertainty, reminding me of what I cannot see, and that home is where it has always been, inside of me. So far, so far, inside of me. So far, so far, so far, so far. So far, so far, so far to go, so far to go, so far to go, so far, so make my way alone on this road, and sometimes I feel so far from home, and when all I yearn for is something I know. Why do I feel lovely? Oh, thank you.
Wow, wonderful and actually very calming. Thank you so much, Liz.
Yes, you're most
Wow. Yes, everybody,
welcome.
give it up some more. We're going to get to do a little bit more of that. I think I need a little more of that this morning. So thank you. Wow. So, for those of you that are just getting to know Liz Ikamba, right, is Congolese British singer, artist, and performer. And as you can hear, she weaves a personal ancestral story into her music and her creative work. And she's narrating her heritage and experience as a dual heritage woman living in the UK. Now, she's also a trauma informed creative facilitator with over 12 years of experience in community development, participatory arts, practice. Yes. She works using a body informed approach across mediums of music. And you can tell that from, yes, that body informed approach to the way she had us singing and moving today. And in recent years, she's been particularly interested in working to decolonize individual and collective conditioning around identity and race to help unlock the creative potential and inspire celebration of life in all its diversity. Wow. So glad that you are with us today. And now, have you been on the Daily Antidote before, Liz?
I have, yes, but not for a while since last year. I think it must have been last spring. I did one in
Mm-hmm.
February. I've done two. I've done two, and it's been quite a few months since I've been on again. So it's lovely to be back.
Yes, well, great to have you back. Now, so let's see. You've got a new CD that's been out for a little while now, a year almost, but a little less than a year, maybe. Tell us about
Yeah, a
that
little
CD.
less than a year. It was my debut solo release, and I've worked with various groups before, but this was my kind of baby, so to speak. That was really a personal story. It's a dedication to my late parents, particularly to my mum. So the title track of the EP is Mama, and it's the first song because I sing in a mixture of English and Lingala, which is one of the main languages in DRC in Congo. So since I grew up over here, I was born in Congo, grew up over here, but we carried on speaking the language with my father in the household. So I kept enough of it to then later start using it in my music. And then the
Ah,
first song I wrote in Lingala was a dedication to my mum when she was actually close to death, basically. So
mm,
that kind of started me on this whole journey with my music, bringing in my dual heritage and influences, and also mixing and fusing the different styles of music as well. So I draw a lot on Congolese folk music as well as other music of black origin styles and folk musics from around the world, as well as a bit of pop and yeah.
yes. Now, what can you tell us about Congolese music? I mean, for I would say for many of us, but I know for me in particular, the only thing that I really know that came uh, from Congolese music is Misaluba.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
incredible. That's about the only piece, and I love that piece actually, and have used talking about that a lot in my work. But
Yeah.
tell us, what can you tell us about Congolese music, especially the folk music you talk about?
Oh my gosh. Well, still have so much to discover myself. I particularly like eras wise. I listen to a lot of the 70s Congo rumba, and they call it rumba, but it's not strictly rumba. So basically, what happened with Congolese rumba and soukous music, which came later, is basically a faster version of the rumba. You had the Cuban music being played a lot on the radio in 1940s Kinshasa in the capital. And obviously, the music had been taken over there with the enslaved people, and then kind of how do you say evolved into this different Cuban style. Then the Cuban style gets played on the radio back in Congo, and people just gravitated towards it, absolutely loved it, and started making their own versions, and started singing the same lyrics but phonetically without really knowing what they were singing about. So you started getting these amazing, how do you say, like interpretations of the Cuban music, and then the Congolese style developed. So there's a lot of undulating and syncopated guitar melodies and patterns that happen, which is and keyboard as well. So they call that a seven. There's lots of kind of rolling, syncopated, amazing patterns, and that's what really gets you moving with it. Obviously, very groove and rhythm based, and yeah, some really epic harmonies as well. Um, so some
Oh, so I like
artists I
that
could,
conversation across the
yeah, yeah,
various ponds. We'll put it that way.
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
fantastic, has also happened. Uh, I mean, now my like I said, my experience just goes back to the 1950s with Miss Aluba, but there was also a cross-national, transnational conversation with that music that informed uh, Black Catholic music. Really
mm,
is informed
mm,
originally from
mm,
that Congolese music. Yes,
mm,
so I
mm,
love these
mm.
transnational conversations. So now, what
Yes.
can you? What has been going on since that CD came out? What has been going on with you?
Oh my gosh, I've been busy. So, well, I had the release for that. I had a party for the release and kind of a concert here. Since then, I've been doing a lot more live shows and running around the country performing and looking at going more internationally. I'd love to go across Europe with my music as well. Maybe one day to the States. You never know. I have got people over there that I'm in contact with and I'd love to come and visit. So yeah, any suggestions of good spots and places welcome if you want to get in touch. What else have I been doing? I'm also, like you said, Dr. Kim, a creative facilitator. So I use music and the arts for well-being, education, and social change. And I see all three of those areas really interlocking with each other. You don't really get one without the other. So I work with all different types of organisations, charities. And running my own workshops as well. So most recently, I've got involved with an orchestra called One World Orchestra, which consists of about, I think it's just under 20 musicians from all different nations around the world, many of them from conflict areas as well. And everyone in that grouping is also an inclusive music practitioner. So it's a really interesting bunch of people, and we're basically bringing songs together that are around these themes of belonging, identity, and unity and humanity. So I'm working
Mm.
with them, very excited about that. I'm also currently working with a charity in London that works with young people, young teenagers from migrant and asylum seeking backgrounds. So we're using music as a leadership tool with them. And I'm also just about to start some training and work with an organisation called Singing Mamas, which you might have heard of over there. So it's a lady in the UK who's basically started up an informal group for pre and postpartum mums and women. Just anyone's welcome, any women are welcome, but it's particularly aimed at mums and to help with pre and postnatal depression, to help build connection, keep women together and supporting each other, and also for the babies. So I'm really, really
Mm.
excited about starting that as well and taking it to
That,
wider, more diverse communities here in the UK.
that is exciting, and as you say that, that makes me just think that it feels like it's very honoring to your mom, because your mom was a midwife, right?
She
Yes.
was, yeah. It's funny how these things come around because I feel like that Singing Mamas, the training and the people from Singing Mamas kind of it found me somehow. And I
Hmm.
could feel mum's kind of presence and influence in that whole journey as well. She kept popping in and being like, "Yep, you're on the right track. Keep going."
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Well, before we have you sing it one more time, just to remind everybody that tomorrow, it's actually very exciting, there is the April Racial Justice Discussion. So please join this our wonderful community for the racial justice discussion tomorrow. That's April 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It is online. And our panel speakers, the amazing Kathy Bullock and Hubby Jenkins and Fran Andre and Dan Zane. So that is an amazing panel right there. Please, and of course, music will be involved because that's what we do. So, yes, please be sure to click in for that. And now my semester is over. I think I will get to actually come online and listen to that panel. So, very exciting. And if you're interested in that, you can go to the same link that we use for Daily Antidote of Song. And that'll be the way that you can get right into that racial justice discussion panel for April. So tomorrow, April 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so very excited. So
I'm so
absolutely.
pleased you mentioned that, Dr. Kim, because Fran Andre and Kathy Bullock are two of my favorite people, and I've worked with both of them. I've just finished actually assisting on a retreat that Fran ran here in the UK for people of mixed heritage. So that was very interesting. But yeah, really excited about tomorrow. I'm hoping I'll be able to make the time to come along.
No,
Yeah.
that sounds fantastic. And then just one quick announcement just from me. Some of you already know this from my Facebook post, but on Friday I found out that I got tenure. I got tenure here at Loyola Marymount University.
Congratulations.
So I'm like going, woo! I'm still taking it in. I wake up every morning and go, oh my goodness, I got tenure. So I'm really excited. So I can't wait to, I got to write a tenure song. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah, you
very
should,
excited
Dr.
about that.
Kim. You so should. Get yourself a loop pedal. They're great for songwriting.
That sounds good. That sounds good, good, good. So, all right. So you got to get us moving and swing again with your song. If
Yeah,
you
should we
would,
do it one more
please.
time?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to build it up from the bass again with the loop. So just join in with whatever parts you feel comfortable with. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, I'm going to do backing vocal 2 first. Let's do that together just as a recap, yeah? So far. Second harmony. Sometimes I feel so far from home, and when all I yearn for is something I know, why do I feel so far from home? So far from home. Make my way alone on this road, and sometimes I feel so far from home, and when all I yearn for is something I know, why do I feel so far from home? So far to go, so far to go. Why do I feel so far from home? So far to go, so far to go. Why do I feel so far, so far away? So far, so far away. So far, so far away. So far, so far away. I ask the Lord my soul to keep in these times of great uncertainty, reminding me of what I cannot see, and that home is where it has always been, inside of me. So far, so far away, inside of me. So far, so far away. So far to go. So far to go. So far to go. So far, so make my way alone on this road, and sometimes I feel so far from home. And when all I yearn for is something I know, why do I feel Thank you.
so
I couldn't
much.
hear you, but I could feel you all. You just like, yeah, I love it.
Thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful evening.
Yes, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your
Liz,
days.
thank
Yay.
you. And we've got it. We've got 2 birthdays to shout out. So we're gonna do a shout out for the birthdays, and then I'm gonna say goodbyes, and then I'm gonna head off because I've got to give some finals, face-to-face finals over Zoom today. But with this wonderful singing, I think my students are gonna get some good grades because I started off singing with you, Liz. So thank you so much, Liz. And yes, happy birthday to Annette and Louise. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope you have fabulous birthdays. And so, goodbye. Let's see. Goodbye, Arlene and Hoda and Sue. Now, don't forget, you all can stay on after I say these goodbyes, but I'm going to head out. All right. All right. Hoda, Sue, and Linda, and Binay, and Luda, and Athena. And well, Jojo, you'll probably be staying on. And, but yes, and goodbye, 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 Annette and Tom. It was so great seeing you play the instrument as you were going along. Kathleen and Anne and Louise and James, thanks for being here. And of course, Aaron, we love you, of course. And Bob and Carolyn and Cricket. And yes, indeed. So glad to see all of you. Caroline and Linda and Cliff and Diane. Don't forget, you all can stay on after we all cut out, after I cut out anyway. Diane and Deli and Kevin and Ruth and Gary and Trish. Jamie, thanks for being here. Storm and Anne and Nancy and Aloysius and Kat and Chuck and Kathy and Curly Tops and Laris and Kay, she said we sang her onto her plane at O'Hare. Yep. And Jane and Linda and Sheila and LMG and Ray and Penny and Anne and Elizabeth. Goodbye. And thank you all for being part of the Daily Antidote of Song. Don't forget about tomorrow, 2 p.m., for the racial justice panel. And I can't, the music I'm sure is going to be really wonderful. for that too. 2 p.m. with Kathy Bullock, Dan Zanes, Hobie, and Andre, and oh yes, Fran Andre. So don't forget about that tomorrow. Just come right to the usual Daily Antidote link and you'll be able to join right in. And thank you so much, Liz. Mwah. All right, I'm going to go give some finals, my lucky students, because I've been so weighing. Okay.
Thank
Love you
you.
all.
Thank you so much, Kim Harris. Lots of love to you too, and congratulations on your tenure. That's really remarkable. And thank you so much to Liz also for beautiful music. Anybody who can, please stay for some birthday photos. And for anybody who's out there on the live stream, join us in the room. Go to the Carpe Diem Arts website, Daily Antidote of Song, and click on Join Us in the Room. Hope to see you soon.